I am K. Dev, science teacher of Neora High School. Today I brought a video on the topic properties of dihydrogen and their uses. Last video discussed about the commercial production of hydrogen. In this video we discuss about what are the properties, chemical and physical properties of hydrogen and uses of dihydrogen. General properties of dihydrogen is that it is the colorless, physical property tasteless and odorless gas. It is lightest substance. It is the lightest substance known, natural lightest substance. It is slightly soluble in water since the molecules are non-polar, but it is not much extent it is soluble, like oxygen and carbon dioxide. It is slightly soluble in water. It can be liquefied under low temperature and pressure. These are the physical properties of hydrogen gas, dihydrogen. Dihydrogen form the protium. When the two protium hydrogen, acid of hydrogen combined, they form the dihydrogen. The HH bond, dissociation, the HH bond, when the HH bond molecules of hydrogen form, the HH bond dissociation enthalpy is highest for the single bond between the two atoms of any element. The hydrogen-hydrogen bond is very largest as compared to the bond of the other element. Now hydrogen combined with the water molecule, and to break the hydrogen atom, the very large amount of energy required. That energy is called the bond dissociation enthalpy. Now dihydrogen is quite stable, relatively inert at the room temperature. At room temperature, dihydrogen act like an inert gas. Temperature due to the high HH bond dissociation enthalpy. Therefore, most of the reaction of the dihydrogen occur at the high temperature. Hydrogen react with the almost all the element in the periodic table, but the condition is that it is the temperature height. If the high temperature is given, then the hydrogen bond is dissociated to perform the reactions. It is neutral to the litmus. It is neither acidic nor basic, so it is neutral to the litmus paper. Now, first chemical properties is combustibility. It is highly combustible gas. It burns in air. Or dioxygen, that is the H2O, in a pale blue flame. The flame of the hydrogen, when the hydrogen burns, it produces the pale blue flame, yellow blue flame, and form water. It is not supporter of combustion, but it is combustible itself. Now, hydrogen plus water react to form, both are the gases, to form a liquid form of water, that is the formation of water. Reaction with metals. Here we can see reaction of metals. Dihydrogen react with the strongly electropositive metals. The strongly electropositive, you know that first video we discussed about the alkali metals are strongly electropositive element, and the earth alkali metal also. Metals like sodium, potassium, calcium are at high temperature to form salt like metal hydride, lithium hydride, sodium hydride, potassium hydride, calcium hydride, in which the oxidation state of hydrogen is -1. Here somewhere oxygen also show two types of oxidation state, -1 and +1. But in the case of reaction with metal, when the metal hydride is formed, alkali hydride or earth alkali metal hydride is formed, the oxidation state of the hydrogen in this case is -1. Here sodium combined with the oxygen, hydrogen dihydrogen to form sodium hydroxide, sodium hydride, and calcium also combined with the hydrogen to form calcium hydride. These are the reactions of hydrogen with metal. Now, reaction with non-metal. Dihydrogen combined with many non-metals at the high temperature in the presence of catalyzed to form covalent molecular hydride. Here with dioxygen, that is the oxygen molecule, to form water. This reaction is highly exothermic. here. When oxygen and water is taken and react to each other, then the water is for oxygen and hydrogen is taken. Dihydrogen is a dioxygen react to each other to form the water, and large amount of energy is produced, that is the 285.9 kilojoule per mole energy is produced. So it is a very highly exothermic reaction. Next, reaction with halogens. Dihydrogen combined with the halogen to form hydrogen halide. When the hydrogen react with the chlorine, hydrogen chloride is formed. Hydrogen react with the bromine, hydrogen bromide formed. Hydrogen react with the iodine, hydrogen iodide formed. But the reaction is something different. Here, hydrogen basic general form of the reaction is hydrogen dihydrogen gaseous state, and also halogen also gaseous state. They react to form HX, that the X stand for the halogen element, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Now, the reactivity of the halogen towards dihydrogen decreases in order like that. Fluorine is most reactive, then and chlorine after chlorine, and after bromine and after iodine. Iodine is the least reactive and fluorine is the most reactive with the hydrogen. Now, fluorine react in dark, chlorine in the presence of diffuse light or sunlight, while the reaction of the bromine and iodine occurs on heating in the presence of suitable catalytes. Now it is given the reaction of the hydrogen with the halogen. Hydrogen gas is taken, gaseous hydrogen, and the fluorine is also taken, gaseous state. Now both are the dimolecules, fluorine is also diatomic, hydrogen. They combine to form a covalent bond, covalent compound at the hydrogen fluoride to the hydrogen, dark, but the reaction is happen in dark. But the chlorine react with the hydrogen in the presence of sunlight, and the temperature is also 673 Kelvin, and hydrochloric gas is produced, hydrogen chloride gas is produced, hydrochloric gas is produced. Now here, hydrogen also react the bromine to form a hydrogen bromide. The temperature is also 673 and catalysis is produced. But in the case of chlorine, sunlight, diffuse sunlight is presence of diffuse sunlight is important. But in the reaction of bromine, only catalyst and the temperature should be present. Hydrogen plus bromine is equal to hydrogen bromide, and hydrogen plus iodine, hydrogen iodide. These are the reaction of hydrogen with halogen. Now, with dinitrogen to form ammonia, the very important process for the production of ammonia, and ammonia is a very important compound, and which is used for the production of various types of fertilizer. And this process of production of ammonia is called Haber process. In this process, nitrogen gas and the hydrogen gas is taken, and 3 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of nitrogen. Now, in this ratio, ammonia is formed, but the temperature is 673 Kelvin at 200 atmospheres, and ferrous and molybdenum, to the metals as used as catalyst. And in this case also, heat is evolved, that is 92.6 kilojoule per mole. Fe act as a catalyst, while the molybdenum act as a promoter. Promoter used that increase the rate of reaction, and the catalyst used also alter the rate of reaction without involving it. This reaction is used for the manufacture of ammonia by the Haber process, very important component process for the production of ammonia, and in which the hydrogen gas is prominent. Now with sulfur. With sulfur, it forms the dihydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen react with the sulfur, that is sulfur is here, and the hydrogen sulfide gas is formed. The temperature is also applied here, used at 700 Kelvin. Because without temperature, hydrogen is not able to react with any element due to the strong dissociation bond of enthalpy. With carbon, depending on the condition to form the methane or acetylene, carbon plus hydrogen form the methane, that is natural gas, methane, and here Temperature is the 1375 Kelvin. Now in this way, sulfur, carbon, halogen, oxygen, we can see how the hydrogen react with these metals. These are the chemical properties of hydrogen. Next video, next slide, it is given here. Reduction of metal oxide and ion, very important reaction. Dihydrogen act with a reducing agent, hence they reduce the oxides of certain metal less electropositive than the zinc, such as copper, lead, Fe, palladium. These are the reactions. Now here, such are the copper, lead, palladium, ferrous, ETG corresponding orbital. Copper oxide, when the hydrogen, it reduce the copper oxide to copper, and zinc oxide also reduced to zinc due to the presence of hydrogen, and lead oxide is also reduced to the lead due to the presence of the reduction reaction of the metal oxide is happen in the presence of hydrogen. Dihydrogen also react with some metal ions in the aqueous solution. Palladium is the aqueous solution taken, and hydrogen gas passes through it. The palladium is here. It is taken electrons and reduced to palladium. Copper, it ions is the positive ion in the aqueous solution, and when the hydrogen gas is passed through it, it is hydrogen gas reduced to copper. Copper gets electron, that means it reduced to copper. In this case, we say that the ions of metals, some heavy metals, and the oxides of some metal reduced by the hydrogen. That is the reduction of metal oxide and ions. Now, very important reaction, hydrogenation reactions of unsaturated hydrocarbon. We know the oils and vegetables oils, various types of coconut oil, groundnut oil. These are the unsaturated higher fatty acid. When it is unsaturated, when it is added with the hydrogen and they form the saturated hydrocarbon, saturated higher fatty acid, that's known as ghee. Banaspati ghee is produced by the vegetables oil by the process of hydrogenation. In these reactions, nickel and platinum catalyst used for this hydrogenation of unsaturated hydrocarbon to saturated hydrocarbon. Here given unsaturated hydrocarbons such as the alkenes and alkyne. These are the available in the higher fatty acid oil, that is the groundnut oil, coconut oil, various types of oil, and it is the unsaturated hydrocarbon, alkene, alkyne, and the added dihydrogen in the presence of catalyst to form the saturated hydrocarbon. Here, alkene, the structure of alkene is that general structure, and hydrogen is added to form the saturated alkane. Here, alkyne, which added with the hydrogen in the presence of nickel and platinum and form the alkane. These are alkane, the saturated, it is saturated, it is unsaturated. The unsaturated hydrocarbon form the saturated by the process of hydrogenation, which is used to make the vegetable oil into the vegetable ghee by the process of hydrogenation. Hydrogenation of unsaturated organic compound in the presence of heterogeneous and homogeneous catalyst is used in many industrial processes. Now here, very important reaction, hydroformylations of olefins. Olefins react with the carbon monoxide and the dihydrogen in the presence of octacarbonyls dicobalt as the catalyst. Octacarbonyl dicobalt as a catalyst under the high temperature and pressure to form aldehyde. Here, olefins taken, that is the a compound of organic compound, and here carbon monoxide and hydrogen, that is the syn gas, mixture of syn gas. It is the syn gas. Syn gas is taken and to react with this olefins to form the here aldehyde, and again aldehyde subsequently it form the alcohol. The reaction is called hydroformylations or the OXO process. The aldehyde, OXO process, that the oxygen is in this reaction, that form the aldehyde here. The aldehyde thus obtained on the subsequent catalytic reduction to give the alcohol. Here it is the aldehyde. For aldehyde, again aldehyde subsequently becomes reduced to alcohol here. It is becomes the alcohol here, and the catalyst is nickel, and heat is required for this reactions. Next, hydrogenations of oil. The vegetable oil such as that was discussed in the hydrogenation, it is same things. The vegetables oil such as soybean oil, cotton oil, groundnut oil are called the polysaturated oil since they contains many carbon double bond, that the unsaturated carbon compound that is alkene and alkyne form. When these oils are exposed to air for a long time, the double bond present in them undergo oxidation and the oil becomes rancid and develop a bad smell and taste, develop unpleasant odor or taste due to the formation of lower aldehyde and carboxylic acid. Due to the reaction with the water molecules present here, the unsaturated hydrocarbon that is the alkene alkyne in the form of vegetable oil rancid and become aldehyde and carboxyl. To prevent this reaction rancidity of the vegetable oil, dihydrogenation process is used to make the vegetable oil into ghee, that is less rancid. Dihydrogen is bubbles through the edible oil in the presence of finely divided nickels at 470 Kelvin when the oil is converted into the solid fat, that is the Banaspati ghee. Now, here given the reaction is like that here. Vegetable oil is the unsaturated higher fatty acid and the hydrogen gas is bubbles is passed through it in the presence of catalyte. Vegetable oil is become the vegetable fat, that is the vegetable ghee, and the temperature is 470 and Kelvin and nickel and platinum used for the catalyst. The process is called hydrogenation that we discussed earlier, and hardening of the oil and used in the manufacture vegetable ghee. Next, uses of hydrogen, dihydrogen. There are various uses of dihydrogen, we discuss about it. The manufacture of ammonia that we discussed, the Haber process, ammonia is formed when the ammonia, nitrogen molecules and water hydrogen dimolecules react with the presence of ferrous and some temperature, then the ammonia, Haber process ammonia is formed, which is used for the production of various fertilizer. In the hydrogenation that we discussed earlier slide, hydrogenation is vegetable oil to form the solid fat. In the manufacturing of bulk chemicals such as methanol, methanol is also produced by the syngas, that is the carbon monoxide and hydrogen. In the presence of catalyst, methanol is formed. In the manufacture of hydrogen chloride is also formed direct reaction with the hydrogen and chlorine, and by high temperature at the sunlight at the catalyst, then the hydrochloric acid produced. Now, other uses of it, manufacture the metal hydride that we discussed. Metal hydride is also formed with the help of hydrogen. Metallurgy, to reduce the heavy metal oxide to metal. In the metallurgy, for the extraction of metal, hydrogen gas is used for the reduction heavy metals oxide to the metal. In the atomic hydrogen, oxyhydrogen torches for cutting and welding is used for atomic hydrogen oxyhydrogen torches, which is used for the welding and cutting purposes. Liquid hydrogen is used as a rocket fuel in the space research. Liquid hydrogen is used for the fuel for the rocket. It is also used in the fuel cell of generating electric energy. It does not cause any pollution because the electric cell, hydrogen and oxygen combine to form the water, and a large amount of electric energy utilized to form the electricity. That is the fuel cells, and using the hydrogen and oxygen to form water. In this case, formation of water, electricity is released. It is same reverse process for the electrolysis. when water is electrolyzed, hydrogen and oxygen form. And when the water and the hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water, in the same case electricity is produced, that is the fuel cell. It is used for the production of electricity and produces greater energy as per masses of the fuel. It comparison to the gasoline and other fuel like petrol and diesel. So very high calorific value of hydrogen. Now here some also detailed use we can see here. The new sustainable energy technology. Hydrogen is expected to be a very good fuel in future because it is very clean fuel and also do not produce any pollution, and the calorific values of hydrogen is very high as compared to the oil fuel. Hydrogen being explored as a transportation fuel in the future. Research in full swings on how it can be used to run the electric vehicles using fuel cells. Fuel cells produce the electricity by combining hydrogen atom with the oxygen atom to produce water. This is just reverse process of electrolysis. In the electrolysis, electricity is used to break down the water molecule. Similarly, when hydrogen and oxygen combine to form, they release great amount of energy. That energy appeared as a electricity that is used for the energy fuel. It is the technology successfully developed. Hydrogen can be highly efficient fuel with low emissions of pollution. Here, given the figure here, how the hydrogen fuel is used for the transportation. Next is very important, hydrogen in welding. Hydrogen gas is used for the welding with metal high and very tough metal which is to be welded. Hydrogen welding is used. Here the atomic hydrogen welding is used to welding the stainless steel and some special alloy which is very high temperature, which is welded at a very high temperature. It produces a third hottest flame. Hydrogen produces a very third hottest flame after the dicyanoacetylene and cyanogens. These are the very high temperature fuel which produce a very high temperature. It can also be used to almost all ferrous as well as non-ferrous metals. It is an arc welding process. It is the process, the arc welding process, in which dihydrogen is split and again hydrogen combined to form the dihydrogen and a large amount of heat energy released. Welding process that use an arc between the two tungsten electrodes. Here the two tungsten electrodes taken, electricity pass. In case the dihydrogen is split into split into the hydrogen atoms, and then hydrogen atom combined to form dihydrogen and release a large amount of it, because due to the dissociations of the hydrogen molecule, same amount of energy is released by when the hydrogen and hydrogen combine to form dimolecule of hydrogen. Welding process that is used to between the two tungsten electrode in a shielding atmosphere of hydrogen. Hydrogen gas is normally diatomic at high temperature over 6000 Kelvin near the arc. The hydrogen break down into its atomic form. After then, when it strikes the object of the welded object that is to be welded here, started welded and a welded which is relatively cold surface recombine into the diatomic. When the hydrogen again recombine to diatomic form and release a high amount of energy that is used for the welding. And amount of energy that enable for the welding to occur. Here the hydrogen in welding, hydrogen is used for the welding at high temperature, that is stainless in the other metals, that is occurs above the 6000 degrees Celsius. Now, hydrogen to the diesel fuel production. For the petroleum production, hydrogen is most important useful material to obtain the fresh fuel, that is the pollution-less fuel. and harmful pollution is prevented by the use of hydrogen. Here, diesel fuel is obtained through refining petroleum by the fractional distillations. They act as and that need the hydrogen. Refineries use hydrogen to reduce the amount of sulfur in the diesel fuel, that make the fuel clean and prevent the emission of sulfur dioxide and sulfur dioxide, because remove the sulfur from the diesel petroleum. As the demands of the diesel fuel increasing, so it is need for the hydrogen in refinery. Here the diagram for the refinery given, in which the first is storage reactors, and there is a second storage reactor in which the hydrogen is passed through it, and the hydrogen combined with the sulfur to form the sulfur hydrogen sulfide gas. It is removed from the petroleum, and when the petroleum is taken in the fractional column and heated, the various types of component is obtained at the fractional distillations, and the hydrogen sulfide gas that present in the petroleum is released first and form the hydrogen sulfide gas. And because the sulfur is produced, and when the burning of fossil fuels, that is the diesel petrol, it is also emit the sulfur dioxide gas, is very harmful in the environment. Okay student, now the production of hydrogen, commercial production of hydrogen and the usage, various usages will be completed. Next video will come with another topic. Thank you.